Hello again, it's Gail here from Ornamentology, carrying on from my series of little new journals that I've made. This is one that the book itself was from one book, and the King Edward VI's book plate was from an entirely different book. And the different book was obviously well, not obviously, but it was a prize giving book. So it says the name of the person, but it was looking a bit sad for itself and a bit dog-eared. So I steamed it out of the original book and put it on the cover of this one. This book is called The Passing of Time, and it's quite a document. It's got two signatures in clumps of pages to you and I, and it's got a different kind of fastening, but I quite like this. I've used some torn and frayed file folders, and I found this, somebody gave me a bottle of this stuff that you put on, it dries hard, so I put these little dots on using that, and some cutouts of just weeds and plants really. And I've done a little bit of, I don't know if you can see it in the light, some stamping using embossment, embossing powder, and the embossing powder's kind of verdigris-esque, so it kind of marries in with the green and the copper looking cover. And I've also used the spine of said book on the outside as a bit of decoration. I quite like this inside. It would have been down here in the actual book where all the pages are fastened to it, but I just quite like it. It's quite rustic and I really like it. And so the closure is slightly different. It's a Velcro button type closure. I found this scrap of fabric in my fabric store even, goodness me, and it just was in keeping with the time, so I kind of kept at it. And I've obviously found the box with the maps in because they're featuring quite heavily in all of this. So again, it's some more of that gessoed paper, but this time with some silver flecks of silvery coloured paint. Some old maps. This was from an Ordnance Survey. It's an Ordnance Survey book that's a quiz, but I quite like it because it gives you a good map on that side and some paper on the other to write in. Again, some more of that oak leaf dyed paper, which is quite interesting. It's almost like sooty. It's a sooty kind of carbony looking thing. There's some bird images here, some avocado dyed paper, my own made by myself paper, some wrinkly packaging paper that's quite interesting. This is from a stamp album, and in the binding process it got a bit adrift, so it's all on the squee whiffy really, but I don't think it makes that much difference. You can still write on it, you'll just have to write uphill, but anyway, it's fine. It's all good paper. Some more of this silvery coloured splattered paint even. Some yellow, a bit of trace, and some music. I wish I could read music. It's adagio, if that means anything to you. It means nothing to me at all. I'm completely a Philistine when it comes to music. A bit more avocado dye. Some labels. I just thought I'd put you a bunch of labels in. They've all got a little tiny bit of either aging, or this has got 4.5, which is just, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of metallic, shiny number on it. And they're just fastened there with a little paper clip thing. Some more of that stamp album pages. I use the stamp album for something completely else, like you do. I love this paper. It's just ridiculous, but you can write on it. It's packaging paper. I found some more. I've tidied out my workroom, and I had this big IKEA chest of drawers. I'm not sponsored by IKEA. And everything was in there, and I couldn't find a thing. And my sister was chucking out something that was a dressing table at one point and then had been rehashed into something else, which is now resplendent in my workroom and actually does a much better job at keeping things in order, which is quite good because, as you might imagine, you get quite a lot of paper and it all gets a bit adrift. This is quite an interesting thing. I don't know how this has happened. It's obviously been in the old baking sheet tin thing, but I don't know how this has occurred, but I like it. It's an interesting, happy accident, really. More red cabbage paper, more of that funky packing paper that I really love. And again, it's quite waxy, this brown paper, but it feels nice next to this very matte avocado dyed. A bit more music, a bit more trace. I just stuck that on there because I thought it's quite interesting. This is quite a sea of yellow, and this is just a little bit of this going on. some more of that. This is the other wonky side to that. I don't know what happened there. I've made a little pocket here, and just put some bits of just loose paper that would generally be kind of thrown away, just a slither of map and another little 4.5. You can put that on a parcel, you can write on it, you can do whatever you will with it. And just some labels that I downloaded from the internet from this lady called Tracy Fox. She does a very good label, does Tracy Fox. The other side of the I think it's an eagle, but I could be wrong. I'm not an ornithologist. We've established that quite some time ago. Some more paper. I've just put a little bit of this on. It's just interest, really. Another one of these pages from the Ordnance Survey quiz, which is quite interesting. So that's one signature. That's the first lot of signature. And then you get another signature because I could fit 2 in, so I did. And again, a similar kind of format, really. Similar pages, lots of writing space or drawing space, if you will, or sticking images in, or whatever you like, really. Or you can just rip the pages out and write on them. It's entirely up to you. There's more of these kind of bird sketches. I wish I could tell you what they all were, but I would be fibbing if I'd said I could. Another one of these ziggly wiggly things. I think it'd be quite interesting to write along that way, to be honest, but you know, if it becomes your book, you do as you choose. A bit more avocado dyed. Some paper that I made myself using the scraps of the little end cut off bits that I don't know what to do with. I just put them all in a box, and then when I've got a whole load, I whiz them up and do something with them. I have to be so careful with music paper because I don't read music at all. I don't know which way up it goes. So I have to look for the odd word, which is allegro here. And I think if the word's up the correct way, then the music sheet potentially could be. But yes, it's not a thing. I found this edge cutting gadgety in my charity shop, my local hospice charity shop. So that seemed like a good idea. So I thought I'd give that a test drive on there. It looks quite sweet, I think. You'd have to have, this is quite robust paper. I think if you put that on fine paper, it would just demolish itself in no time at all. A bit more of that stamp album thing. It was a Stanley, I want to say Matthews, but he was a footballer. Stanley somebody or another. Does it say on it? No, it doesn't. It just says it was printed in England. Well, there makes a change. Yes, stamp album paper. That's what I'm trying to get to. Goodness me. Sometimes the words just get lost between my brain and my mouth. It's not a big journey, is it, for goodness sake? More of this paper. I found this when I was in Portmeirion. There was a charity shop that was just opening, and I kind of bobbed in. I think they were still hoovering, actually. And I thought they were open. The door was open, not just unlocked, but open. And I bobbed in, and she said, oh, we're not actually open. And I went, oh, I'm ever so sorry, but my train goes soon, because I was doing a bit of a steam train thing. So she very graciously let me wander about. So I managed to get some quite good, lovely things from there, some lovely books. This has got a bit crumpled up, but I quite like it. It adds a bit of character. Bit of avocado dye, you can't go wrong with that. Another one of those things, labels, that I've just mushed up a little bit and dirtied up a bit. This has got a 3 on it. It's kind of like a implying verdigris situation, but there you are. And just some little snips that would have normally have gone in on the cutting room floor or to be pulped. Another bird. I'd love to tell you what it is, but I can't because I don't know. Another little bit with a little end sticking out. If you just wanted to kind of mark a place or a new start of something, you could do that. Another one of these little labels from the lovely Tracy Fox that you can download from the internet and use willy-nilly. A bit more squared paper. And then in the back, just a little pocket, and a little pocket with a pocket, because I thought, you know, you might want to actually put this in the book somewhere if you need a pocket. There's a little facility to label your... Is this going to go in? Have I taken it out? And now it won't put it in before. Hold on, let me just whittle with it. There we are. The business card situation. Little thing here, you could write on that if you wanted to. This closes over here. This goes in here, and that goes over there. And then the back of it, there's a little bit of frou-frou going on here. This is an image of 2 girls whispering, and I thought, you know, they could be whispering about their journey or their adventures. And there's a little pocket here with various bits of frippery in that you can write on, hang from your parcels. There's an old map there. They're just little bits of interest, really, and they fit in there. This is the cover of the book that this was on. It was a school prize but it was so broken and frail that I steamed it off and put it on here because I just quite liked it, and it joined all the colours together and just made this quite sweet. And I'd found this little bit of broken frame thing and put that on there. So it's kind of all of the little stray things that the thing that holds it together is the colorway. It's kind of how my head works. And then I found this label that was equally just a find in my bag of tricks, really. All of the labels are written in pencil, so you can actually rub off all of this and actually use it to write your own title for the journal, I guess, on, if that's how it takes your fancy. So now all you need to know is the sizing, I guess. So it is 13 centimeters that way and 19 centimeters that way, and it is 4 centimeters wide. So in inches, that is 5 inches that way, 7.5 inches that way, and 1.5 inches that way. It's ready whenever you are. I can post it out to you. If you're not from the UK, please let me know where you're from if you're interested in this, and I can find out the postage costs for you. It's Gail. If you want to email me directly, it's gail@ornamentology.co.uk, and we can get started. If you'd like me to create a journal for you, just let me know what your fads and fancies are. If you've got something you want to include in it, send it to me and we can get on that. This would be an ideal little gift for somebody for the festive season. It's just quite nostalgic, I think. It's a hardback book. It's just lovely, and you know, these books would just end up in the bin or being pulped, and it seems such a waste. Anyway, that's this offering. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll get back to you with the next one. Thank you now. Goodbye.